Madrid does not learn. They start the game badly again, conceding a goal after 5 minutes and not being able to turn things around with the final attack. Barça takes a 4-point lead. Great game for Las Palmas. Ancelotti already has the players. Now it is a matter of finding the football, of recovering the team that was the previous season, presumably with better material. The question remains pending. Madrid started badly again, conceded a goal, fell asleep at the wheel, woke up late and under pressure and dropped another 2 points. Perhaps they need an anti-vanity vaccine that their coach has been warning about since the first game. 4 points behind Barça after 3 games is more than a warning shot. Las Palmas, on the other hand, had a plan and were hungry, although in the final stretch they lacked legs. They are always lacking when there is a giant in front of them. Ancelotti decided on 4 changes with a message. Carvajal's was a precautionary one, taking into account his age, background, participation in the Euro Cup and preseason in pocket edition. Mendy's was a foregone conclusion, because he is far ahead of Fran García in the coach's preferences, but it is not clear why. Modric's was understandable, because for adult games, and this was the case given the 2 previous ones, you need people with order, or more order than the very young Arda Güler. And Brahim's was a warning for Rodrygo, who has been losing ground compared to the Malaga native, one of those substitutes who is not abandoned. He did not touch the rest because they are untouchable, either he does not have others right now for certain positions, or their status as obvious galacticos makes them irreplaceable. The facelift did not work. This Madrid did not let Carrion down, the offensive Marvin as right back, Vinicius territory, for creative midfielders and 2 natural strikers, McBurney and Sandro. A lineup to seek out the champion and not to wait for him. The formation was another matter, which ended in 4-1-4-1, with Campana as the holding midfielder and Sandro on the right. The 11's boldness was not a pose, but an idea, a great idea. The yellow team planted its defense 40 meters from Celesin, bit up and in one of those first recoveries caught a stunned Madrid. The Scot McBurney went deeper and waited for the arrival of Molero, who cleaned up Militao with his sprint and crossed his shot into the net. A sleeping team. Madrid's 4 games this season have had the same worrying start, a distracted team, without teeth, slow, predictable, without retreat, hoping to win at a winning pace. Ancelotti's fluttering on the touchline explained clearly that nothing of what was said had been transferred to the pitch. Because the image was even worse than the result. No progress in the center or on the wings, defeat in all the duels and yellow attacks that really compromised Courtois. During the first 20 minutes Las Palmas behaved like a great team. Throughout history it has liked, due to its insularity or tradition, to show itself in this way. Madrid were close to coming back to their senses, as they had 4 days ago, with a Valverde free kick, but Celesin was feline this time. That was a cannon shot in the middle of nowhere. The game belonged to Las Palmas, with Campana's control, Sandro's unstoppable attack. Mendy had a nightmare on his wing and was replaced at halftime, and Molero's ingenuity. Madrid attacked poorly and defended worse, with Mbappe and Vinicius far behind, unwilling to participate in the first press and much less to form a team without the ball. Only Brahim felt like the 4th midfielder in a group that was too long, too exposed. The second warning from Los Blancos was also unprepared. Rodrygo found himself 20 meters from goal and hit a shot with a poisoned bounce that Celesin also saved. Things were looking so bad that Ancelotti, slow with his substitutions, made 2 at halftime, Fran García for Mendy, Rodrygo for Brahim. The change of attitude and Las Palmas fatigue brought about a more conventional game. In just 4 minutes, Madrid forced 3 saves from Celesin, 1 each for Vinicius, Rodrygo and Mbappe. Sandro also had 1, but far from his initial physical peak, he missed his shot from an angle. It was a relief in the midst of the siege, which was soon joined by Arda Güler, another who has arrived at Madrid with a goal under his belt. Siege and tie. Las Palmas had already lost that ability to get out of pressure, to find comfort in handling the ball. It was probably seen coming. It seems impossible to keep this Madrid team caged for 90 minutes. There were times when the game was played only in the Canary Islands area, a swarm of attackers and defenders looking for space or closing it. Such concentration is risky for the defender. That is how a clear handball by Alex Suarez came about, a penalty converted by Vinicius to equalize. Las Palmas launched a couple of self-defensive attacks before sinking back into their area against the pressure of a faster, more combative Madrid, more overwhelmed by a result that distanced them from Barça more than was convenient. Ancelotti played his last card, Endrick, who had his chance as soon as he came on, and Busquets disallowed a goal for Las Palmas for a clear offside. It was a Western ending from which Madrid came out more hurt.